Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? I'm good. I'm a little tired. Start of a new week. Are you ready for your week? Hi. Nice to see you again. I do have some good news and some bad. Souls, welcome back for 6 months. Bad news is I was a little bit late on the draw to give Suika the SCPs that we're doing today. Therefore, we do not have the scrolling text for you today. However, they will be implemented in the videos for YouTube. I'm sorry. That's my fault for being a little bit behind. The good is that there's another SCP reading up on YouTube this morning. So if you missed it, there's another one up already. Hello, I've chosen you to experience this kind of ASMR. I've missed hanging out here. Well, thank you for choosing me. I appreciate it. Are there any of you that particularly only come for the readings? Do you just skip everything else until Monday comes? Cat, if you liked the VOD, next week we'll be posting the edited version of it, and it's quite good. This is my first reading. Well, welcome on in. Doing my best to add a little bit of variety to the channel. So every Monday we've been doing SCP readings. Now, I won't lie to you. Every fiber in my being really struggled to not just do Minecraft the entire week. I wonder if I would make the lot of you disappointed. I was very close to backing away from what I had said I would do. Now you have to realize that I am understanding and seeing the world of Minecraft for the first time. Do you remember how you felt when you first played and you discovered the world of Minecraft? Yes, that's me. That's me right now. All I want to do is decorate. I really slept on a good game, didn't I? This is my first reading. Well, welcome on in. Thank you so much for joining. I installed Fear Nightfall after yesterday's stream. I'm horrible at it even if I played vanilla Minecraft before. It's a little bit of a difficult one, but I enjoy it a lot. We do have a really good lineup this week, though, I think. Is there anything in particular that any of you are excited about? Keaton, welcome back for 22 months. I appreciate you. It's been a while. Finally, we're going to get to have that stream with Katie. Unfortunately, I think the whole thing is going to be DMCA though. Mm-hmm. Discovering new metal music is going to be fun. I will never play Minecraft, I can guarantee you that. That and Destiny and League of Legends. That's never going to happen. Yes, the metal stream will be on Wednesday. Fortnite, did I say Minecraft? Fortnite, Destiny, League of Legends. I guess my brain is still attuned to not playing Minecraft. Interesting. I meant Fortnite. Force of habit. Who are we giving a shout out to? Squint. What? Well, welcome, an Anima. Oh. Oops. Great voice and great atmosphere. Well, thank you so much. Welcome on in. What did I just tune into? We're just having a little bit of a warm-up conversation before we read SCPs. What is an SCP? Well, you're very lucky that we have a SCP command. excited for Mondays. I might take a little bit of a break next week so that we can catch up with the backlog. Maybe have more time to play games. What do you think? Great. I'm glad to see it. I think the benefit of catching up with YouTube is that even if I choose not to, if I choose to take a little bit of a break on Mondays, you'll still get ASMR on YouTube. I read so many, we're kind of having a hard time uploading all of them. I also realize that the main reason I don't use the 3DO right now is because my house is too small and you can hear the dogs in the background. It's too difficult to use something as sensitive. Hold on. Can you guys give me about 10 seconds, please? Okay. My apologies. Having dogs or pets and trying to do ASMR is a little bit of a task. Dogs are crazy? I don't think so. I think dogs are just dogs. I don't know where we would all be without our pets. They play a very important role. However, they're a little bit of a bother when you're trying to be quiet and relaxed. They're little gremlins, but once I move into a new place, they will have plenty of room to roam. And I think if I wanted to do more ASMR that was with the 3DO, I think I can. I think that's the main reason I've put a hold on it for now. What kind of pets do you have? Six cats. Oh wow. 2 corgis, 4 cats, no pets, 3 cats, a little German shepherd. Everyone has a lot of pets by the sounds of it. Is anyone hearing like a staticky sound? Is that just me? Are you hearing that too? What is that? Do you hear it? Is that a bird? I hear it. I must be going a little bit crazy. Maybe cicadas? I don't know. Anyway. What SCP are we talking about? Well, we have a lot to go over today. We've got a handful, actually. I don't know if I'll be able to get through all of them. We've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 15. But as you know, on Mondays, we cut it a little bit short because I have the trainer after this, so I'll read what I can. And again, if you're just tuning in, unfortunately, you don't have the really cool scrolling text today because I messed up. So if you missed the scrolling text, be sure to check out the YouTube channel. Now the list of SCPs is up there. If you type what SCPs, you'll know what we're going over today. We're attempting at the very least. Are you ready? For today, I need you to relax. Get comfortable. Maybe put me on in the background. Maybe close your eyes. If you're in that time of day, maybe turn off the lights. Maybe turn them on. Off. He decided to pick up the noisiest treat he could find. Nope. Soon, chat. It won't be like this, just be patient. No more bone. Today we will be starting with SCP-729J. Oh, now he's mad at me. I can't do anything about that. Item number SCP-729J. Object class Keter. Apparently it's scratched out and now named Samuel. Special containment procedures. SCP-729J currently resides in Dr. Niles' Hessen's office on her desk, where, pray to God, it will stay. Frequent testing at your own risk. It breaches containment at an alarming frequency, but even MTF NU7 Hammer Down refuses to go near that fucking thing, and commanded to turn SCP-729J for it to be properly contained as soon as someone can get up the courage to write her an email. Description: SCP-729J is supposed to be a toy, but what I want to know, who the sick fuck was that wanted to give this thing to children? The label says it's made of polyester fiber, but we all know it's made of the devil's couch stuffing. or something. Its reign of terror began during a containment breach of SCP-106. SCP-106 had managed to trap Dr. Hessen in her office and had successfully corroded a hole in the door when it caught sight of SCP-729-J. SCP-106 stopped moving completely and began staring at SCP-729-J, showing no interest in Dr. Hessen. SCP-106 then began moving backwards out of Dr. Hessen's office, never breaking visual contact with SCP-729-J, until it reached the end of the hole and promptly rematerialized back in its containment cell. It should be noted that SCP-106 middle fingers were raised for the entirety of the encounter with SCP-729-J. SCP-106 reaction is frankly perfectly understandable, and several researchers who witnessed the event were found huddling with SCP-106 in its containment cell. Testing logs. SCP-2006. Effects. SCP-2006 screeched upon being introduced and assumed a form identical to SCP-729-J. SCP-2006 has not changed form since the encounter. SCP-1322. Effects. SCP-729-J was sent through the wormhole to the SCP-1322 Society. It was returned 6 minutes later, tied to a white flag. SCP-303. Effects. When Dr. Hessen was told to walk through a door with 303 on the other side while holding SCP-729-J, SCP-303 promptly opened the door for Dr. Hessen and ushered her through before quickly exiting the room, with Dr. Hessen showing no sign of the usual fear response. SCP-303 was found 6 hours later in an abandoned storage closet in a fetal position, sucking its thumb. SCP-3000. Effects. SCP-729-J was put on a fishing hook and lowered into the sea to where the current position of SCP-300 was found with radar. After 2 hours of lowering it into the sea, Dr. Soylent complained about a cramp in his hand from unwinding the fishing pole, and Dr. Baer took over. Another 50 minutes later, the assumed depth of SCP-3000 was reached. After 2 minutes, a tug was felt on the fishing pole, and SCP-300's presence swiftly disappeared from the radar. As Dr. Baer also complained of his hand hurting, retrieval of the end of the fishing line was postponed. I told them both they should do stretches beforehand, but no, we play Halo every Friday. Our wrists are trained. Should have listened. Dr. Baden. The next day, after proper warm-up, SCP-729-J was successfully retrieved, along with a crudely written note attached to it, reading, "All right, I thought we had a deal. I turned some consciousness into spaghetti and you guys get your regretty forgetty. But okay, you won. You get the forgetty stuff for free. Lifetime supply, but please just this one condition. Keep that thing out of my ocean. I'll go for a while. I need to calm down." SCP-055. Effects. Dr. Hessen walked into the containment chamber of SCP-055, holding SCP-729-J. About 5 minutes later, the containment chamber opened and a calico cat ran into Dr. Hessen's office. "Oh, Pudding, come here. I brought a new friend for you," Dr. Hessen says. "Wait, we even had a 055, and it's a cat named Pudding?" SCP-650. Effects. Dr. Hessen was told to directly observe SCP-650 and its containment cell while holding SCP-729-J. Before Dr. Hessen could be asked to break her line of sight with SCP-650, the lighting with SCP-650's containment cell briefly deactivated, and the sound of quick, heavy footsteps could be heard from its room, according to Dr. Hessen. While the power to SCP-650's chamber was restored, SCP-650 had completely vanished from its containment site and was nowhere to be found near Dr. Hessen. However, on-site staff noted that a sign of the cross had been crudely carved into a wall of SCP-650's containment cell directly facing Dr. Hessen's position. A containment breach alert was sounded after 2 hours of excessive searching. SCP-650 was discovered hiding within a storage closet, apparently having attempted to bury its head into the floor. SCP-650 was eventually returned to its containment cell, but has since constantly faced the wall with the engraved cross and has not moved from its position. SCP-1048. Effects. When exposed to SCP-729-J, all copies made by SCP-1048 became immobile and have not regained mobility since exposure. SCP-1048 appeared alarmed by this, making a gesture like the sign of the cross, and retreated behind its copies. SCP-1048 regained the ability to make copies of itself when SCP-729-J was removed. It now frequently produces art that depicts SCP-729-J as monstrous in some form and cowers if shown a picture of SCP-729-J. SCP-2317. Effects. Data expunged. Note: SCP-2317-K was observed repairing all 7 of the chains attached to the ceiling of its containment following exposure to the nightmare that is SCP-729-J. SCP-682. Effects. Data expunged. Long story short, we reclassed SCP-682 as neutralized. You don't even want to fucking know how this little fucker killed it. Dr. Foxfield. SCP-076. Effects. SCP-729-J was placed inside SCP-076 containment area when scans showed that SCP-0762's heart was beginning to beat. All humans exited the room and researchers watched behind a camera. When SCP-0762 got out of the room and researchers watched behind a camera, instead of looking for the nearest human, he looked straight at 729-J. SCP-0762 then materialized an American M9 flamethrower and the corresponding fuel pack. He attempted to use it on SCP-729J, but the flamethrower did nothing to it. When SCP-0762 ran out of fuel and saw that S729J was unharmed, he ran back into SCP-0761 and curled up into a ball. Crying sounds were coming from the inside of SCP-0761. It has now been 2 weeks, and SCP-0762 has yet to come out of that position. SCP-073 Effects. When exposed to SCP-729J, SCP-073 took a cup of water and proceeded to bless it. SCP-073 then vocalized the phrase, "Fuck off, dick nips," and soaked the little shit in the holy water. SCP-073 remained under a table for the remainder of the test with its fingers in the form of a cross. SCP-187 Effects. Upon being exposed to SCP-729J, SCP-187 began to vomit and froth at the mouth. SCP-187 displays rapid emotional changes, switching from screaming and babbling to squealing and cooing. SCP-187 is immediately removed. Upon being interviewed, SCP-187 said, "How can such a thing be so ungodly, yet so cute?" SCP-187 is currently undergoing therapy. SCP-1915 Effects. SCP-729J is exposed to SCP-1915. Upon exposure, SCP-1915 exclaimed while raising his arms high into the air, "I quit." SCP-1915 breaches containment and data expunged. SCP-1915 is currently believed to be conversing with SCP-3812 about the futility of narratives and plot points, currently debating which of the creators have the smallest dick. SCP-4812-K Effects. SCP-729J is launched straight at SCP-7812-K. SCP-7812-K begins to scream and writhe around before charging towards SCP-2251, killing itself. SCP-4812-S and E are reported at this time to breach containment, both self-terminating. SCP-729J is retrieved and given back hastily by the GOC, stating, "It killed the Eros entity by landing on it." Note: upon being asked how he is still capable of talking and reacting in a calm and stoic manner around that goddamn thing, Dr. Gear spoke calmly, stating, "I have actually soiled my pants the first time I looked at it, and now I have a super toilet in the observation deck, with a throw-up bucket and shower included. I honestly am disgusted by it, as you are. SCP-173. Effects: data expunged. SCP-001. Effects: Tom Brady, quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, was abducted and forced to throw SCP-729J into SCP-001's radius. SCP-001 immediately looked at 729J and bowed. A mouth-shaped opening appeared on SCP-001's head, and in a loud voice, it said, "My lord." SCP-001 then picked up 729J and was put in the garden on the other side of the gate that SCP-001 guarded. 729J was only able to be retrieved when SCP-001 was allowed to have SCP-999 for a day. SCP-049. Effects: was exposed to SCP-729J. SCP-049 appeared to stagger, grasping its head with its hand and falling to its knees, stating, "The pestilence, it's too strong." SCP-049 then attempted to crawl towards SCP-729J, vocalizing, "I must cure you," but fell to the ground and fell unconscious. SCP-294. Effects: D3825563 was asked to type SCP-729J on SCP-294's keyboard. He initially refused, stating that he had heard stories of 729J from the other Class Ds, and that he wanted nothing to do with the creature of Satan. D3825563 was held at gunpoint by a security officer until he obliged to type it. 294 produced a titanium cup with the words, "This is the only thing that can hold a liquid of this toxicity," imprinted on the outside of it. The cup was then filled with a neon yellow liquid. D3825563 was again held at gunpoint until he drank the liquid. After D3825563 drank it, his eyes turned red and then promptly data expunged. His whole body then turned inside out. Flaming skeleton hands emerged from the ground and dragged him into the floor. When D3825563 was gone, a note appeared where he was dragged into the ground. The note read, "That little shit stain of a toy did not come from here, and I beg you to keep it far away from here. Satan." SCP-914. Effects: SCP-729J was placed in the intake booth of SCP-914 by Dr. Hassan. SCP-914 was set to rough by Dr. Redacted in order to finally terminate this godforsaken abomination. When attempting to turn the key, SCP-914 refused to operate while SCP-729J was in the intake. Investigation of SCP-914 shows that a note was found in the output booth, and the note read, "This is the one thing that cannot be refined. I do not care how many times you try, get that shit out of here. SCP-231. Effects. Data expunged. SCP-096. Effects. Data expunged. Quotes. Poor 096, no one should be subjected to that cotton-stuffed eldritch horror. Long story short, 096 was in a state where it cared more about getting that piece of redacted out of its containment cell, which is why the incident was concluded with relatively low casualties. At least we know what it looks like. I heard one of the researchers call him hot, and I do not know if that is disturbing or if I agree. End quote. Dr. Seraphim, excerpt with interview with Dr. Redacted. SCP-001. Effects. Data expunged. Notes. The Scarlet King fled from it while crying, repeating the phrase, "Please forgive me. I repent for stealing God's sandwich and destroying the multiverse." Dear fucking SCP-343, it scared the Scarlet King. SCP-131. Effects. Upon the sight of SCP-729-J, both SCP-131-A and SCP-131-B closed their eyes and started babbling at an extremely panicked tone. After 10 minutes, they rolled away at a velocity greater than ever recorded before, bumping into multiple objects and personnel, leading to minor injuries of one major injury. After 4 hours, both subjects started to calm down, open their eyes, and engage in regular activities. Quote, since when do these guys have eyelids? Dr. Vor. Dot. Effects. Dot. Description was written on SCP-729-J. Manifested to remove SCP-729-J, however, immediately started backing away with both of his middle tendrils, raised after viewing it, similar to SCP-106. SCP-999. Effects. SCP-999 experienced a chromatic shift into a pale yellow complexion following exposure to SCP-729-J, resulting in temporary immobilization and unexpectedly vanishing through rapid evaporation. Subsequently reintegrating within its designated containment area, refraining from human interaction for the ensuing 24-hour period. SCP-3008. Effects. SCP-729-J was thrown into SCP-3008 Almost 5 seconds later, an instance of SCP-30082 threw him out with a note saying, "Okay, we'll stop killing people who don't leave the store. Just please never bring that eldritch horror into our store." SCP-001 Effects. SCP-729-J was transported into the alternate timeline with the ongoing XK class scenario. The next day, a piece of paper covered in blood appeared along with SCP-729-J. The note reads, "Okay, fine, you win. I guess we will never get to turn all humans into blobs of flesh. But we can both agree that that vile entity is worse than the damage we did. SCP-001-A." Quote, "This is never the end. This is never the end. This is never the end. This is never the end." End quote, Dr. Clef. On redacted 2022, the Ethics Committee made contact with Dr. Wondertainment as well as Marshall Carter and Dark for possible leads on the source of this fucking thing, scratched out to then be SCP-729-J. Response from DW: "Look, we make toys. Sometimes lethal, yes, but we don't go raiding Mr. Scarlet's playpen. And before you ask, no, it is not a WCY either. We forwarded some of their higher-ups that picture you sent us, and I am pretty sure I could hear the thing screaming from my office." Response: "Our organization's purpose is to produce a profit. How in the blue fuck do you think we could expect to sell this hellspawn to anyone? On an unrelated note, if you wouldn't mind forwarding Dr. Hessen's contact information, we have a few XK class items sitting around that no one's been willing to purchase yet." Interview log. Interviewed: Dr. Hessen. Interviewer: Dr. Yvain. Forward: SCP-729-J was contained, if you can call it that, in Dr. Hessen's purse, despite multiple pleas to please just put the goddamn thing away. Begin log. Dr. Hessen, tell us the means by which you obtained SCP-729-J. I mean, it was a little gift I ordered for myself online. Easter, you know. Nothing odd about its manufacturing? Nope. And yet we have scoured the factory where it was made for evidence of satanic rituals. Odd. But yeah, he came in the mail. It was one of the special scented ones. Dear God, addressing Dr. Hessen's purse, I'm sorry I feasted upon your brethren. Let me live, and it'll never happen again. I promise, just have mercy. What is the nature of your immunity to SCP-729-J's effects? Properties? I mean, it's a plushie. I have it right here. Dr. Hessen then begins removing SCP-729-J. Oh God, does she think we want that thing anywhere near us? No, no, no. Get that fucking thing away from me. Dr. Yvain began to scream as Dr. Hessen almost caused that horrifying cotton-stuffed redacted to get close to breaching. Dr. Yvain was then found in containment of SCP-343 on their knees, crying and speaking what could only be described as a mix of sobs and pleads for forgiveness, while SCP-343 was seen crying and praying as well. And log. closing statement, interview was terminated due to imminent containment breach. And notes of SCP-729J. Also, huge apologies to those resubbing. I know Katie stopped by, but to those of you that don't know, when I do the ASMR days, because it is something that is being actively recorded and put on YouTube, I can't stop mid-reading to say, oh, welcome on in, hi, hello, thank you for the resub, because it's, imagine watching a YouTube video and you're listening to a story and they interrupt it by saying, oh, hello, so-and-so. You know, you're just kind of like ripped out of it. So this is very much a day of like actively understanding that it is for YouTube. So if I ignore anyone, I do very, very much apologize. That was a really good SCP. I really liked that one. I want to look it up. Let's see what it looks like. Hacking the mainframe. Where's the scrolling text? If you were here earlier, which it seems like you are not, unfortunately I got the SCPs I was going to read today a bit too late, and we did not have time to export the scrolling text files, so they will be up on YouTube when you watch them, but today it is just my voice. Yeah, if you guys don't know, this SCP is pretty much a yellow bunny peep. So imagine a peep bunny. I'll bring it up right now. Usually I'll have photos alongside with everything, but like I said, it was a bit of a busy week, so a little behind, and that's my apologies. This is SCP-729J. Not even Satan himself wanted it. Alright, give me a moment while I grab the next one. Give me a moment before we start. I can grab photos so you guys know who I am talking about when we begin. Okay. Our next SCP for the day. Before I start, let me update this. Are you guys having a good time? By the way, just to check on you before I close the door. Good. Alright, then let us begin with the next one. SCP-3166. Item number SCP-3166. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. The Garfield media franchise is to remain active and successful for as long as feasibly possible. Funding is to be provided to any Garfield media ventures via foundation font companies present in the comic and film industries. Agents embedded within Paws Incorporated and Andrews McKeel syndication are to place targeted mimetic agents in outgoing comic strips, encouraging the retention of a sizable Garfield fanbase and discouraging Jim Davis from discontinuing Garfield. Agents are to monitor individuals as significant risk of attack from SCP-3166. In the event of an SCP-3166 manifestation, agents are to use supplied frozen lasagna to lure SCP-3166 away from its target and dispatch it once out of public view. Any witnesses are then to be administered anesthetics as appropriate for their level of exposure. Description: SCP-3166 is a 2.1 meter tall humanoid entity, presumed pataphysical in nature, known to manifest during periods when the Garfield media franchise is performing poorly in terms of public reception. The exterior layer of SCP-3166 body resembles a crudely made costume of the character Garfield, which field inspection has shown to be composed of legitimate cat fur. However, analysis of SCP-3166 composition in the field has shown that its interior mass is composed entirely out of pasta, specifically lasagna. Upon the criteria for its manifestation being met, SCP-3166 will appear in the vicinity of a suitable individual, thereafter referred to as the target, and move towards their location. Known targets of SCP-3166 have included individuals prominently involved in rival media to the Garfield franchise, individuals formerly involved in the production of the Garfield comic strip, individuals involved in parodies of the Garfield franchise, vocal critics from the Garfield franchise, Garfield creator Jim Davis, Upon reaching its target, SCP-3166 will attempt to inflict bodily harm upon them through a mixture of blunt force, using nearby objects, and force feeding of lasagna, obtained through self-disembowelment. During this process, SCP-3166 will vocalize by meowing, purring, and screeching in the manner of an extremely agitated cat. Lasagna outside of SCP-3166's mass has proven to be an effective form of bait for the entity, as upon seeing it, SCP-3166 will abandon its original goal and instead attempt to incorporate the pasta into itself. SCP-3166 first manifested on 10/23/1989 within the Chicago offices of United Media, who were the publishers of the Garfield comic strip at the time. Upon manifestation, SCP-3166 wandered around the offices in a confused and distressed manner, before indiscriminately assaulting any individuals present after security attempted to apprehend it. It de-manifested 20 minutes later. Foundation agents responding to the situation distributed amnestics as appropriate. Over the course of the following week, similar manifestations took place at a number of United Media offices around the country, ending on 10/29/1989. Following that date, SCP-3166 altered its behavior to its current form. See the Week of Garfield comic strips beginning on 10/23/1989 in Supplementary Document 31661 for additional context on pataphysical awakening. Initially, individuals involved within production of Garfield comic strips claimed to have no memory on working on that week's strips. All researchers working on SCP-3166 containment are to familiarize themselves on this material. Addendum 31661. Using tissue samples taken by Agent Mueller during SCP-3166's most recent manifestation, genetic analysis of the meat present within the lasagna has shown it to be genetically identical to Garfield creator Jim Davis. The implications of this are currently unclear. However, during surveillance of Mr. Davis by containment teams, he has complained of severe mosquito bites in the night on a number of occasions. This concludes SCP-3166. Amnestic. I have never seen that word before. I think that's the thing that's a little bit tough about live reading, is that there's words that I've never heard of before, but I can't try to pronounce them correctly or it will break the flow of whoever is listening. So I have to just kind of wing it. So thank you for being patient. Amnestic. Yeah, you just read through it, no one knows better. But for those that do know, it's you know, it's forgiving at least. Amnestic. Amnestic. I like SCPs, they're great. Amnesia. An adjective, but in universe it's coined as amnesia causing drug. Amnestic. Amnestic. Can you guys break that down again? I already forgot how to pronounce it. A series of pharmaceutical agents designed to induce a state of selective amnesia. Amnestic. 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 It's gonna take me a few tries with that one. Amnestic. Amnestic? No, you guys are saying nest. Amnesia. Amnestic? Do you mean amnestic? Nest. Amnestic. Can you yell into my ears, please? No, I won't yell, but I can do the exact opposite if you'd like. Amnestic. 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 Interesting. Next one. Let me grab it. And if I were you guys, I would be taking a nap listening to this. I'm at work, no nap for me. Well, I'm glad I can keep you occupied. I just woke up. Same boat. Why are you on the floor? You napped through the first reading? Honestly, that's all I could ask for. Sometimes providing you with something cozy makes me feel happy. Let's begin with SCP-001. Lily's proposal. Item number SCP-001. Object class unnecessary. Special containment procedures. SCP-001 does not need to be contained. In the event of SCP-001 occurring, all personnel, including D-Class, are to be honorably discharged and may do what they wish with their remaining time. All sapient and non-aggressive SCPs are to be released. Any further SCPs which can be decommissioned are to be. All remaining Foundation sites are to be run by the AIAD systems. Specifically, bred instances of SCP-514 are to be released globally. Description: SCP-001 refers to an event occurring shortly before the cessation of all life on Earth. Whilst SCP-001 has not yet taken place, it was discovered through various pieces of information gathered from extra-universal foundations and other similar groups. See attached documentation 001A for a list of such communications. It is important to note SCP-001 is not the cause of the apocalyptic scenario, merely a pre-occurrence response to it. SCP-001 is, according to records, distinctively recognized by certain key features. During an SCP-001 event, flowers are to be observed to spontaneously appear and bloom over 90% of the viable land surface of the planet. These flowers are universally referred to as vibrant, bright, beautiful, and/or words to this effect. The weather will clear globally with an ambient temperature recognized as comfortable by the majority of the populace. Air pollution will additionally clear. During an SCP-001 event, the global populace will become aware of the fate of the Earth and of its inevitability. They will also experience heavily decreased levels of violence. SCP-001 will use SCP-001. IG Mart. Oh, did the Discord expire? I'll replace that in the future. How is everyone feeling? Are you relaxed? My jaw hurts. Why? You guys are very sweet. It's a little bit different of an atmosphere than the usual me screaming and crying and peeing, playing horror games. Frankly, I'm actually really excited about tomorrow's stream. Welcome on in, Sunny Drop. Hi, voice box. Good morning. But I think for you, good evening. Hopefully you're not late to work, Cloud Sleeper. I can't speak any louder than this voice box. Not today. Oh, work out. I'm really excited to go to the trainer after this. Oh. Let me grab the next one. Well, I suppose we shall begin with the next one. This SCP is currently undefined. Item number undefined. Object class undefined. Special containment procedures. Containment chamber number 3942, located at Site 39, must be kept structurally sound at all times. Any damage to the containment chamber must be repaired immediately. Containment chamber number 3942 must always be kept within the area of effect of at least 2 active Scranton reality anchors. No personnel are to enter containment chamber number 3942 without prior approval from at least 3 on-site personnel with level 4 or higher clearance. A minimum of 4 cooked trout must be deposited into containment chamber number 3942 at least 3 times each day. Test subjects or personnel entering containment chamber number 3942 are encouraged to deposit additional servings of trout if able. D24390 has been designated as a high priority person of interest. D24390 and all known associates must be apprehended for interrogation. Description: pending. Providence. Foundation agents were dispatched to Bingara, Australia on 27 June 2017 following reports of widespread panic and mass evacuation of the area. Questioning by attending agents was ineffective, as residents could not provide information explaining their panic or reason for evacuation. However, the agents were directed by civilians to several areas in and around the town. After requesting for assistance, the attending agents cooperated with Mobile Task Force Epsilon 6 Village Idiots. While inappropriate for the situation, the cooperation successfully minimized incurred injuries. MTFE-6 requested use of containment chamber number 3942. Approved. Devising and initiating containment procedures upon arrival. The surviving residents and ex-residents of Bingara were amnesiast, or Addendum. Testing logs. Testing log 1. Subject D24390. Procedure D24390 instructed to enter containment chamber number 3942 and remain inside for 30 minutes. Results: D24390 enters containment chamber 3942. Subject requests to leave. Denied. Subject is motionless for the entire 30-minute period, then quickly leaves containment chamber number 3942. Test log 2. Subject D24390. Procedure D24390 asked to describe the contents of containment chamber number 3942. Results: D24390 becomes agitated and violent. Subject sedated. Test log 3. Subject D24390. Procedure D24390 instructed to enter containment chamber number 3942 with a single cooked trout and remain inside for 30 minutes. Results: D-Class refuses to enter containment chamber number 3942. They are forced to comply. Subject throws the cooked trout and demands to leave. Denied. Subject remains motionless for 17 minutes and then begins speaking. Subject speaks intermittently for the remaining 13 minutes, after which they leave containment chamber 3942. Test log 4. Subject D-Class 24390. Procedure D-Class asked to explain why they spoke during test log 3. Results: D24390 becomes agitated, then refuses to respond. Test log 5. Subject D4390. Procedure: instructed to enter containment chamber 3942 with a single cooked trout and remain for 30 minutes. Results: D-class enters containment chamber, discarding the cooked trout inside. Subject speaks for the entire 30-minute period, pausing intermittently. Subject then leaves containment chamber 3942. Extraneous logs redacted. Test log 10. Subject D24390. Procedure: instructed to enter containment chamber with a single cooked trout, a measuring tape, and a single ink marker. Subject is instructed to use the measuring tape in the room and use the marker to note the result. Results: D-class enters containment chamber, discarding the cooked trout inside. Subject uses the measuring tape 4 times, marking each result. Subject then leaves containment chamber with the following measurements. Length of the cooked trout is 60 centimeters. Height of the subject is 175 centimeters. The length and width of containment chamber is 5 to 5 centimeters. Height of containment chamber is 310 centimeters. Test log 11, subject D4390. Procedure: D-class instructed to enter containment chamber with a measuring tape and a single ink marker. Subject is instructed to use the measuring tape in the room without using it on anything measured in test log 10 and use the marker to note the result. Results: D-class enters containment chamber. Subject uses the measuring tape once, then leaves containment. No mark is present on the measuring tape. Subject is reprimanded. Extraneous logs redacted. Test log 15. Procedure: D-class instructed to enter containment chamber with a single cooked trout and a loaded handgun. Rubber bullets. Subject is instructed to use the firearm to prevent the trout from being lost. Results: D-class enters containment chamber, discarding the cooked trout inside. Subject speaks for 3 minutes, then demonstrates appropriate use of the handgun without firing it, then discarding it. Subject is forcefully removed from a containment chamber, and all bullets in the handgun are expended before security personnel can retrieve it. All expended rounds are removed from containment chamber. Security personnel exit containment chamber with minor injuries, subject severely reprimanded and reassigned. Test log 16. Subject D24391. Instructed to enter containment chamber with a single cooked trout, a functional camera, and subject is instructed to photograph the room. Results: D-class enter containment chamber. Subject becomes highly distressed and requires immediate help. Subject then dies before assistance can be provided. Corpse of subject and camera are irretrievable. Test log 17 D4392. Procedure: D-class instructed to enter containment chamber with a single cooked trout and a functional tape recorder. Subject is instructed to begin recording in the room and to speak while inside. Results: D-Class enters containment chamber. Subject dies. Corpse of subject and tape recorder are irretrievable. Test log 23. Subject D24393. Procedure: D-Class instructed to enter containment chamber with a notepad and pen. Subject is instructed to ask the question, "What do you want?" while within the room and to record any responses on the notepad. Results: D-Class enters containment chamber, asks question, and records an answer on the notepad. Subject dies. Corpse of subject is irretrievable. Security personnel successfully recovered the notepad. Notepad was inscribed with the phrase, "Bring her back," in subject's handwriting. Test log 26. Procedure D24390 instructed to enter containment chamber 3942 with a single cooked trout and to remain inside for 5 minutes. Results: D-Class enters containment chamber, discarding the cooked trout. Subject speaks for the entire 5-minute period, pausing intermittently. Subject forcibly removed from the containment chamber by security personnel who exit with minor to severe injuries. 1 member dies while removing subject. Corpse of security member is retrieved for analysis. Autopsy is inconclusive, stating the cause of death as death by injury. Subject is reprimanded. Test log 34. Procedure: D-Class instructed to enter containment chamber with a single cooked trout with a measuring tape and a single ink marker. Subject is instructed to use the measuring tape in the room without using it on anything measured previously and use the marker to note the result. Results: D-Class enters containment chamber. Subject becomes agitated and discards the marker and measuring tape. Subject calls for medical assistance. Approved. Medical personnel enter the containment chamber. Subject volunteers to assist medical personnel. Approved. Subject is sedated by medical personnel. Following insemination, subject undergoes a spontaneous macroscopic meiosis event resulting in a loss of biomass. Medical personnel and subject sedated leave containment chamber 3942. Test log 35. Subject D24390. Procedure D24390 instructed to enter containment chamber with a single cooked trout and remain inside for 1 hour. Results: D-Class enters containment chamber, discarding the cooked trout inside, and subject expresses happiness for 5 minutes before expressing concern. Security teams prepare to recover subject forcefully, and subject speaks in hushed tones. 11 minutes after entering containment chamber, subject utilizes knowledge obtained from previous assignment to generate a rudimentary kinetoglyph, with their hands blocking security personnel from entering containment chamber. Security personnel report a containment breach in progress. Subject demonstrates how to construct the components of an elaborate kinetoglyph with their hands. Security personnel begin to physically destroy the initial barrier. Subject forces their attention on preserving it while elaborate kinetoglyph is constructed. Upon completion, the subject kinetoglyph generates a temporary space-time manifold to an unknown location. Subject utilizes the manifold to breach containment. Security personnel equipped with a portable Scranton reality anchor arrive and immediately activated. All kinetoglyph within the area of influence immediately dissipate along with their produced anomalous effects. Test log 36. Subject D-Class 24407 instructed to enter containment chamber 3942 with 4 hooked trout and to remain inside for 1 hour. Results. D-Class enter containment chamber, immediately discarding all cooked trout. Subject requests to leave. Denied. Subject is motionless for a 45-minute period, after which they cautiously move throughout the room. Subject leaves containment chamber at the end of 1 hour period. This concludes SCP-3942. I didn't like that one. It was boring. That one was sent in personally. Sometimes I've been checking the SCP suggestions and I'll pull them up and I'm like, cooked trout? This was interesting. But it didn't really make much sense. It didn't go anywhere. I personally like the really, really fucked up weird ones. Those are better in my opinion. Prefer salmon. The first 1,000 are the best. Oh my god. Overlord, I think you're being a little bit parasocial. It's freaking me out a little bit. I'm just gonna be extremely honest with you. I enjoy the fact that people want to write their own SCPs, but you ask me a lot of weird questions. I think I wish there was more on things like the Crooked Man and that one SCP that turns your insides into ice cubes. Those were really interesting. There's a really long one about SCP-015 and the pipes, and then a story called Plumbing that goes alongside it, which is a really, really great combination. I think I'm starting to discover, though, that in reading these, as much as I really enjoy them, because I'm not using a 3DO, which you can very easily just whisper gently and captures the quietness, the subtleness of voice and tone, without it, just using this mic, I have to be very controlling in my breath and gentle in the way I speak. And when I'm reading, it's actually quite difficult to do for an extended period of time, because it's not just, I can't whisper or the mic won't pick it up, and I can't just read because I need to be quite gentle. And it's not just talking quietly, it's like using a very low controlled breath and tone. And I think it's actually a lot harder than I realized. So I think reading in this way, even reading if we were just doing a visual novel, not in like a gentle reading kind of way, reading for long periods of time is already tiring. Yeah, it is almost like an instrument. It's a little bit difficult. I do appreciate that you guys are enjoying how it sounds. I think that when I move into my new home, I would like to try to do the SCP readings with the 3DO. I think that it would be easier on my voice and give a little bit more of a quieter feeling rather than forcing a really hushed tone. Yeah, I can feel it hurting my throat a little bit. The move time should be... You know what, I don't know. I'll be able to get back to you with that by the end of Wednesday, I think. The first few ASMR readings I did for SCP, I handpicked them. And I just really look for disturbing ones that might just be really creepy descriptors. But this time around, I went into my SCP suggestions and started picking the ones I thought might be fun that you guys suggested for me to read. Have I already done SCP-072? I don't think so. What does the rest of my day look like? I have the trainer in about an hour and a half. And then I need to go to the grocery store, pick up new food for meal prep. I need to eat. I need to prepare for tomorrow's stream. And then I'm home. Yeah, I think I am looking forward to the 3DO. I do like using it, but I think reading scripts was a little bit too weird for me, as much as I enjoyed it. I do think I'm going to be a bit more particular about the ones we upload to YouTube. Like the one we just read, I probably wouldn't upload, I think. The first one was really fun though. I think I would really like to have that up really, really quickly. Yeah, the first one was a lot of fun. Especially with Mars doing the thumbnails, I bet she could come up with something really cool and really fun. Again, so sorry that there's like no text scroll today, but there will be text scroll next time. I do think that next week I will take a pause on ASMR so that we can catch up with the uploads on YouTube. That way we have more time for games, I think. Your voice is so soothing, it's insane. Hey, thank you, I appreciate it. I really like the text scroll, I think it adds a lot to it. I think I'm going to read one more and then call it a bit early today, especially as accidentally was a bit of an 8-hour stream yesterday. And tomorrow will be a longer stream because there's no trainer tomorrow. How does that sound? Okay, cool. That's Joker. So the notes for future SCP readings and ASMR in general, I would like to incorporate the 3DO next time and ensure that I am not waiting very last minute to give my SCPs to Suika so we can get the scrolling text. Yeah, thanks for being open-minded on that. Oopsie. I messaged Suika last night and I was like, hey, is it possible to get the scrolling text? And I gave him like 15. And he was like, when do you need this by? I said, tomorrow. And he said, no. I can't. I'm usually, that's the first time that I fucked up. I've been pretty on top of getting him everything he needs, like a whole weekend ahead of time. But with the move and of course spending more time in Minecraft, and if the streams are longer it takes away from being on top of other things. So yeah, things have been a little bit tight. So shout outs to Suika for being patient. I don't like ASMR, but Layna's ASMR is different and I actually enjoy it. I appreciate it. I know that generally ASMR is with triggers or whispers, and maybe I pretend to be your girlfriend or I make you feel comfortable and cozy, but my kind of preferred way is finding different ways to do things that have been done again and again and again to change expectations, because I don't think that ASMR always has to be licking your eardrums or poking your ear holes. We have our boyfriend already. You guys are so cute. I think that as long as you feel comfortable, maybe you get those little tingles when you listen. You feel calm and interested, and it's gentle. That's really all that matters. I am my own boyfriend. Yeah. I usually hate the ASMR and the tingles, but the gentle talking and listening is just relaxing and nice. Yeah, I like for people to feel relaxed. And I think it's personal preference for me specifically is that I keep trying ASMR, and every time I open it and I hear the I just want to puke. And it's nothing against ASMR artists, it's just that I think I've got misophonia or something, and when I hear like the smacking, the licking, the very, very specific tone of whispering in my eardrums, I just want to projectile vomit. I cannot do it. So I appreciate everyone being open-minded and understanding that this is not the usual ASMR. Because for me, the usual ASMR makes me feel gross. Keyboard typing is quite nice too. The tapping and scratching is actually okay, I don't mind that. Have I read SCP-999? I actually think... No. I do have a lot of really good SCPs that I was supposed to be for today. But I think I'd rather... The one that I'm really excited to read is SCP-3999. It's extremely long. But I feel like that's quite a special one, and I don't want to not have text for that. But, okay, and with that, why don't we end it on a good note? SCP item number 4252. Containment class Keter. Disruption class Valen. Risk class Notice. Level 2 restricted. Special containment procedures. SCP-4252-A is held in an airtight, windowless room. Structurally disconnected from Site-96, the room filters into a 200,000-liter drum buried below the site. On the first of every month, SCP-4252's activation phrase, as found on SCP-4252-B, should be vocalized. Upon the manifestation of SCP-4252, all personnel present must bow, refer to it as Lord Chithicent, and each recite one of the complementary phases provided below. Once SCP-4252 gives the command, all personnel are to avert their eyes and all cameras are to be temporarily disabled for the duration of the 30 seconds, at which point cameras are to be re-enabled and all activities are to resume as usual. Description: SCP-425-A refers to a collection of 4 objects, hereby referred to as SCP-4252-A1, A2, A3, and A4, all of which are filled with baked beans. SCP-4252-A1 is a clock identical to a Bernard Products brand quartz wall clock. SCP-4252-A2 is a brown leather briefcase of unknown make. SCP-4252-A3 is a cardboard coffee cup sporting the Starbucks Coffee Company logo. SCP-425-A4 is a 2015 Toyota Highlander. Prior to Incident 01, all 4 objects had the same anomalous properties, but following the event, SCP-4252-A1 has been neutralized. A2, A3, and A4 infinitely produce baked beans via unknown methods. Prohibiting the interiors has found no evidence of any physical passage through which baked beans enter, indicating that they manifest without the use. They manifest directly within the objects. There is no known way to stop the beans from being produced. Without the use of SCP-4252, the beans would breach containment in less than 3 months. SCP-4252 is a humanoid entity no more than half a meter tall. It wears a long silk robe covered in jewels and a crown made of bronze with a single ruby ovoid in the center. SCP-4252 is able to manifest and demanifest, however, prior to Incident 01, it was only ever observed to appear when a specific phrase found on SCP-4252-B was spoken. SCP-4252-B is a fabric ribbon of unknown origin. Written across the face in gold sequins is the following phrase. Jethesant, the mighty king, please bless our presence with your own. Consume our bubbling beanious bile from atop your sparkling throne. Once every month, when the phrase is spoken out loud, SCP-4252 will manifest nearby and all request those around it to bow and shower it with compliments. It will become increasingly agitated if these needs are not met swiftly and has threatened to demanifest following further non-compliance. Once SCP-4252 is satisfied, it will locate SCP-4252-A and proceed to consume all of the baked beans that have been produced. However, personnel attempting to monitor this, either through direct observation or via camera recording, are met with a request by SCP-4252 to stop watching it, as it can't do it when people are looking. Because of this, no visual evidence exists of SCP-4252's removal of the baked beans, but audio recordings indicate the sounds of vicious substance being violently disturbed. When all the beans are removed, SCP-4252 will demanifest, leaving with a forceful belch, the loudest of which has measured at well over 120 decibels. Attempting to summon SCP-4252 again by means of its activation phrase are met with a dial tone and a voice recording of SCP-4252 indicating that it is not ready yet. Give me like a month and I'll get back to you. Further attempts result in a dial tone. Note: following this incident, SCP-4252-A1 remains in a neutralized state. SCP-4252 continues to manifest as usual, but where its right arm was previously, there is now a mechanical replacement limb. Due to the self-manifestation of SCP-4252, it has been reclassified as Keter. End log file of SCP-4254. There's apparently a video here. Oh, these are all so good. I really liked that one. I like the beans one. Yeah, I didn't know there was one about conjuring baked beans. It's pretty interesting. let's quickly talk about what you can expect in the coming week. The schedule has been posted on Twitter. Tomorrow is Shipwrecked 64. It is an ARG horror game that looks like Nintendo 64. Wednesday we will be doing a metal music review with Obi Katie Cat. Thursday is Home Safety Hotline. Friday is continuation of the playthrough of the Fear Nightfall mod pack with Tomato. Saturday will be off, and Sunday is some more Hollow Knight as you all have requested to finish the game. Looks like a cram-packed week that I am quite excited for. I've really been enjoying my time with you in 2024. It's been quite lovely. So I really do appreciate all the love and support. Please do go follow the YouTube channel. The whole team has been working really hard on it. I would really appreciate for you to give it a follow. If you are new here, thank you for giving my channel a chance. And I look forward to tomorrow, as maybe getting out of the Minecraft headspace would be healthy. I'm looking forward to playing a new game that seems really fun and enjoyable. I was told to raid into someone else doing ASMR. But the reason why I kind of don't want to is because while I'm looking at everyone doing this, it says ear licking, kissing, ear licking, kissing, kissing, ear licking, kissing, and I just don't think I can do it. I don't think. Also, White Ghost, welcome back for 28 months. My favorite color is baby blue. I'm gonna look up reading. Maybe there is reading. No. Let me listen to it. Let me look again for ASMR. Let me listen to Noodle. This one isn't so bad. Why don't we read Noodle Wolf? Oh. What? Oh no. Oh no. I forgot. Fruit. Fruit, what were you guys doing today? Hi, Raiders. Hey. Nice to meet you guys. Double raid. Did I miss it? Oh gosh. Hi. Hi everyone. Cult of the Lamb. Oh gosh, that's a good game. A little bit of a different vibe you've given to them, Fruit. I don't mind. I don't mind reading one more SCP. It's okay. Hi. I hope you had a good time with Fruit. Although it's ASMR, we're not doing like any ear licks or triggers. We were just reading. Fruit, I imagine you kind of dropped off the children, so I do hope that you have a good rest of your evening. Thank you so much for bringing your lovely community over. Oh my goodness. Is there really a sex update to Cult of the Lamb tomorrow? Is that real? she also said she would love to collab with you sometime. Are you being serious? Did she say that? Don't tease me. She did. She did? Oh, that's really sweet. I would love to do something with fruit. Yes, I'm a smartass, but I never lie. Again, if you're just coming in and you're like, why is she talking like this? It's because on Mondays I do ASMR SCP readings. And it's generally like a creepy, relaxing vibe on Mondays. And I really like SCPs. Yeah, it's very calm on Mondays. Oh, I love fruit. I'll message her then. What kind of things would you want Fruit and I to do? I like the silly SCPs. What are your guys' favorite SCPs? Read a dictionary. Y'all together would be supreme. Fruit and Layna's collab reading the thesaurus. What number is the slime one? What SCP is that? $9.99. Do you all want a nice SCP? SCP 999. Usually on Mondays when we have the SCP ASMR readings, we have scrolling text that looks like this. But we don't have them today because I messed up. I made a little bit of a mistake. Wika usually exports them for me, but I was a little bit late on the draw. But yeah, if you like a relaxing vibe, usually Mondays are SCP readings and the rest of the week is more so horror. Yes, I took massive inspiration to Volgun. I really like Volgun's videos. Sometimes I just will put them on in the background while I'm working, and it's just a really nice tone for my brain to feel relaxed so I can focus. Well, since fruit is nice and lovely and sweet, I can read one more SCP, which is known as the happiest and nicest SCP. And then I will throw you guys over to someone just as sweet and nice. How does that sound? Okay, good. I'm glad. Hi, Jackson. I hope you're having a good day today. So, for those of you that are just coming in, also Kappa, hi. What is Lele? What the fuck is a Lele? But yes, if you're tuning in, usually when I read, I don't stop for any sort of like shout outs or resubs, just so that when this gets re-uploaded to YouTube, there's no break while you're listening. So I usually save all of my conversations until the end once I start. So just a little bit of a heads up for you. Hi, Kappa, I see you. What a good start to the week. Let me bring up the file. Bringing up SCP 999. Item number SCP 999. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-999 is allowed to freely roam this facility should it desire to, but otherwise must stay in its pen either between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. for sleeping, or during emergency lockdowns for its own safety. Subject is not allowed out of its pen at night or off facility grounds at any time. Pen is to be kept clean and food replaced twice daily. All personnel are allowed inside SCP-999's holding area, but only if they are not assigned to other tasks at the time, or if they are on break. Subject is to be played with when bored and spoken to in a calm, non-threatening tone. Description: SCP-999 appears to be a large, amorphous, gelatinous mass of translucent orange slime, weighing about 54 kilograms, 120 pounds, with a consistency similar to that of peanut butter. Subject's size and shape is easily malleable and can change shape at will, though when at rest, SCP-999 becomes a rounded, oblate dome roughly 2 meters wide and 1 meter in height. The surface of SCP-999 consists of a thin, transparent membrane similar to that of an animal cell, roughly 0.5 centimeters thick, and is highly elastic, allowing SCP-999 to flatten portions of its body up to 2 centimeters thin. This surface is also hydrophobic, although SCP-999 can willfully absorb liquids. See Addendum SCP-999-A. The rest of SCP-999's body is filled with a viscous orange substance of unknown chemical makeup, though it is capable of digesting organic materials with ease. Subject's temperament is best described as playful and dog-like. When approached, SCP-999 will often react with overwhelming elation, slithering over to the nearest person and leaping upon them, hugging them with a pair of pseudopods while nuzzling the person's face with a third pseudopod, all the while emitting a high-pitched gurgling and cooing noises. The surface of SCP-999 emits a pleasing odor that differs with whomever it is interacting with. Recorded scents include chocolate, fresh laundry, bacon, roses, and Play-Doh. Simply touching SCP-999's surface causes an immediate mild euphoria, which intensifies the longer one is exposed to SCP-999 and lasts long after separation from the creature. Subject's favorite activity is tickle wrestling, often by completely enveloping a person from the neck down and tickling them until asked to stop, though it does not always immediately comply with this request. Though injuries may occur, SCP-999 has never been found to purposefully attempt harm to others, and will immediately back away and contract its body into a quivering mound while gurgling in a manner similar to a whimpering dog, seemingly apologizing for hurting someone on accident. While the creature will interact with anyone, it seems to have a special interest in those who are unhappy or hurt in any way. Persons suffering from crippling depression or PTSD, for example, have reported having a far more positive outlook on life after multiple interactions with SCP-999. The possibility of manufacturing antidepressants from SCP-999 slime is currently being discussed. In addition to its playful behavior, SCP-999 seems to love all animals, especially humans, refusing to eat any meat and even risking its own life to save others, on one occasion leaping in front of a person to take a bullet fired at them. Subject's intellect is still up for debate, though its behavior is infantile. It seems to understand human speech and most modern technology, including guns. SCP-999's diet consists entirely of candy and sweets, with M&Ms and Necco wafers being its favorites. Its eating methods are similar to those of an amoeba. Addendum SCP-999-A. Quote, reminder to all staff, SCP-999 is not to consume caffeinated soft drinks of any kind. Last week, someone gave SCP-999 a can of cola along with its usual breakfast. Not only was it literally bouncing off the walls for half an hour, the carbonation made SCP-999 visibly wheezy afterwards, and it refused to move or eat the rest of the day. SCP-999 has thankfully recovered since, but the staff member in question has been reprimanded. End quote. Doctor. Redacted. Addendum SCP-999-B. The following is a report from an experiment in which SCP-682 is exposed to SCP-999 in the hopes that it will curb the creature's omnicidal rage. SCP-999 is released into SCP-682's containment area. SCP-999 immediately slithers towards SCP-682. 999 elated gurgles. 682 unintelligible groans, growling. What is that? SCP-999 moves in front of SCP-682, jumping down in a dog-like manner while calling out in a high-pitched squealing noise. 682 groans. Disgusting. SCP-682 immediately steps on SCP-999, completely flattening SCP-999. Observers were about to abort the experiment when SCP-682 started talking again. 682 grunts. Unintelligible. What is this? Low noise, similar to a light chuckle. I feel good. SCP-999 can be seen crawling up from between SCP-682's toes, up along its side and around its neck, where it clings on and begins gently nuzzling with its pseudopod. A wide grin slowly spreads across SCP-682's face. SCP-682, deep chuckling, feel so happy, laughs, happy. SCP-682 repeats the word happy for several minutes, laughing occasionally before escalating into a non-stop laughter. As laughter continues, SCP-682 rolls around on its back, slamming its tail upon the floor with dangerous force. 682, bellowing laughter, stop, not tickling, continues laughing. SCP-682 and SCP-999 continue the tickle fight until SCP-682 finally wears down and appears to fall asleep, with what would appear to be a smile on its face. After 15 minutes with no activity, 2 D-Class personnel enter the room to retrieve SCP-999. When SCP-999 is removed, SCP-682 immediately wakes up and unleashes an undefinable wave of energy from its body, all the while laughing maniacally. All persons within the wave's range collapse into crippling fits of laughter, allowing SCP-682 to escape and slaughter all in its path. Meanwhile, SCP-999 quickly rescues as many persons as it can, taking them to a safe place to recover from SCP-682's laughter wave, while agents suppress and recontain SCP-682. Despite the tragedy that SCP-682 had brought upon the facility, SCP-999 has not shown any fear towards the creature and, in fact, has made gestures suggesting it wants to play with SCP-682 again. SCP-682, however, has stated that feculent little unintelligible canned data expunged and die. Memo from Dr. Redacted. Quote, while the test unsuccessful and ended in tragedy, that had to be the funniest thing I have ever seen. I never thought I would see the day when I would regard SCP-682 as cute. Please send me a copy of the security tapes ASAP. End quote. This concludes documentation of SCP-999. I love that little guy. He's such a good SCP. If you guys don't know, the other SCP is like a very well-known, horrible, awful SCP. Like one of the worst, apparently. We all need a little SCP-999 in our lives, don't we? I appreciate the raids, guys. Thank you so much for giving a little bit of a light, gentle rating another chance. I do appreciate it. The researchers who are assigned to 999 are truly lucky bastards. I completely agree. Oh gosh, I remember Flubber. That was such a long time ago. I feel like he shouldn't even be contained. He should just, like, hang out in the facilities whenever he wants. Do not say Camo is SCP-999. Do not do that. That is, don't defile him in that way. He is not Camo. Stop that. Is there anything you all are particularly excited for in this coming week, this week? Everything. Minecraft and getting back to work. Yes, we miss you, bud. You guys have to stop saying Minecraft or I will literally turn into a Minecraft streamer, and you don't want that because I will be streaming 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. Please don't do this to me, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging. My entire community will hate me for turning into a Minecraft streamer, please. Please. I can't. I won't do it. As much as I really want to, so bad. I just want to stream Minecraft forever. Please, let me be a Minecraft streamer. Please. Also, Tyleroni, good luck. What we were saying before and talking about is that this is my first experience in my entire life really being open-minded and understanding how Minecraft works and playing the game. So if you can turn back time and remember what it might have felt like for you when you first started playing Minecraft ever, what was that like for you? How much did you play? What did you do? How much did you enjoy it? Would you play Minecraft if it wasn't using the horror mod? I probably wouldn't be playing as much. I don't think so. Kappa, I was the same before last week. You made a hotel tower? See, I was saying yesterday that were it not for the horror mod, I probably wouldn't really be playing. I think if the mod was like a fantasy pack with cute and, okay, well maybe not cute, but if it was just like cute and cozy, I don't think I would be playing it. I think I particularly like playing so much Minecraft right now is because of the horror mod pack. Like I built a whole brand new room on the side of the bedroom yesterday. That was like a new witch room and a dining room, but I was lining the walls with dead animal bodies. And I was like, the only reason why I'm enjoying this so much is because I get to decorate in such a disgusting way. But if I was like decorating with cute butterflies and mushrooms and pink and purple and green, I don't think I would care. So I think the idea, because I don't see many people streaming Minecraft, like horror Minecraft, I kind of feel like if you tune in to like a Minecraft week of mine, it's all horror. Like imagine an entire underground mansion where every room was just lined with blood and candles and skeletons and maybe like this basement of bodies and meat and blood and cauldrons and witchcraft and floating objects. Like meh. Cabot says meh. What was that? Meh? I'm sorry? Come again? Did you just meh? I actually don't know what the most evil killer class SCP is, but it's a very good question. Oh, Turbo Willow, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I guess let's see how this week goes, but if I stream more Minecraft, it will probably be more solo plays, honestly. I'm just enjoying Minecraft so much. I'm enjoying decorating and seeing what the whole mod pack has to offer, and learning witchcraft has been so much fun. I've just been having a good time, and I really want to like share that with you. That's all. That's all I'm thinking. But don't worry. This week we'll focus on some other content so that we don't get sick of it too quickly. And we'll see how we feel after Friday. How does that sound? I've jumped watching your horror streams, and I've never been more scared than during the Minecraft streams. It brings an odd edge of your seat sensation when playing Minecraft horror and watching. It's so strange. Let me check this real quick.
I'm scared. Okay. Alright, see? See what I did? I didn't die. Thank you for believing in me.
Oh, finally someone that reads. Good. Well, why don't we sit on that idea, shall we? I'm gonna wait for the ad to finish and then I will read, but I just why don't you consider what a Minecraft week would look like? Now, don't be scared. That doesn't mean it's a Minecraft boy week. It's just kind of how it would have been yesterday. I really enjoyed the solo streams when I was learning vanilla Minecraft. I felt like that was such like an adventure. It was so fun to have a to-do list and be like, okay, we need to do this. How do I build that? I think the enjoyment of building something and it coming together and then learning how to do things for the first time is like something that you can't get back. Not knowing how to do something and then learning and achieving your goals is something that doesn't get done again in that specific manner. Does that make sense? So yeah, I had a lot of fun. So maybe just think on it for me. But this week, don't worry, we've got a lot in store that has nothing to do with Minecraft. But I promise, I'm thinking about it. I've been enjoying it so much. You know what, maybe I wouldn't mind being a Minecraft streamer for a few months. Don't delay when I said that. Yeah, that little moment of happy discovery keeps happening. I'm always thinking, oh, if only my stream was here. I'm starting to not really like playing Minecraft offline. I just want to play it with you guys. But yes, I need to stop talking about Minecraft. It's on the brain. Anyway, thank you for coming to my stream today. I appreciate it. Tomorrow we have some ARG old school Nintendo 64 like horror that I'm really looking forward to. I think it's going to be a blast of a game. I'm looking forward to it and I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. So please take it easy, take care, and once again, thank you so much for the support. I will see you at 11 a.m. PST on Tuesday. Goodbye everyone and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.